Have you ever found yourself in a situation so disappointing, so painful, so frustrating that you wished everything could just be different, but nothing was? Have you ever realized, in the middle of chaos, that acceptance might be your only path to peace? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, and today we're diving deep into a life philosophy that's often misunderstood, yet profoundly transformed amidst the idea of "it is what it is." First glance, it sounds like resignation, like giving up, but in reality, this quiet phrase holds incredible power. It's not about apathy, it's about clarity. It's not about surrendering to defeat, it's about choosing peace over resistance, calm over chaos, and acceptance over endless struggle. In today's video, we'll explore why embracing "it is what it is" can actually help you live a stronger, freer, and more fulfilling life. We'll tell stories of people who found strength through acceptance. We'll talk about the traps of denial, the illusion of control, and how learning to stop fighting reality can unlock a deeper level of wisdom, resilience, and peace. Let's start by understanding what this phrase really means. "It is what it is" does not mean giving up on life, on love, on justice, or on growth. It means acknowledging the present moment for exactly what it is, without illusion, without denial, and without unnecessary suffering. It's not about becoming passive. It's about conserving your energy for what you can change instead of wasting it on what you can't. One of the most damaging habits we develop as humans is resistance to reality. Something happens, and instead of accepting it, we replay it, we argue with it, we try to rewrite the past in our minds. Why did he leave me? Why did I lose that job? Why did I get sick? Why me? These questions, while natural, often trap us because they seek control where we have none. They try to bargain with something that's already happened. Acceptance says, "This is painful, yes, but it's here. It happened. How what?" Let me share the story of David. David was a top-performing manager in a company he helped build from the ground up. One day, due to restructuring, he was let go. A warning, a gratitude, just a cold meeting, and a severance package. He was devastated, angry, bitter. He spent months ranting about the injustice, replaying conversations, blaming the executives. His health declined, his relationships suffered. Until one day, a friend said to him, "It is what it is." First, David was furious. He thought it was dismissive, but later, sitting alone, the phrase returned to him, not as a command, but as a release. He whispered it to himself, "It is what it is." And something broke inside him, not in defeat, but in surrender. He stopped fighting the past, stopped reliving the pain, and in that space, something new emerged: clarity. He realized he'd been clinging to a role that had defined him, but no longer served him. He started freelancing, found new clients, started a podcast. Years later, he said, "Losing that job felt like the end, but accepting it gave me a new beginning." That's the paradox of acceptance. It often opens doors you never saw because you were too busy banging on the closed ones. Another story is of Maria, who lost her husband of 30 years to cancer. 4 months after his passing, he was paralyzed. Every morning, he woke up hoping it was a dream. Every evening, he cried herself to sleep, trapped in memories. And one day, he sat by his favorite chair and whispered, "You're gone, miss you. It hurts, but it is what it is." He still cried, but now Her tears came with release. He began gardening again, reconnecting with friends, volunteering. He didn't forget him. He accepted the loss. And in that acceptance, he found life again. What both David and Maria discovered was this: resistance prolongs pain. Acceptance transforms it. When we accept, we're not saying the situation is God. We're saying this is the truth, and from truth, healing begins. Let's now talk about why people struggle with acceptance. The first reason is control. We believe that if we resist something hard enough, we can change it. But resistance doesn't give you control, it gives you suffering. The second reason is identity. We have our worth to things, or job, or relationships, or health. When those things are threatened or lost, we feel like we're losing ourselves. But you are not your job, you are not your relations, you are not your status, you are something deeper, and acceptance helps you return to that truth. The third reason is fear. If I accept this pain, will I be stuck in it forever? But the irony is that only through acceptance can you move forward. It's like quakes, and the more you struggle, the deeper you sink. But when you stop threshing, you rise. Now, let's explore what it means to practice this philosophy daily. You spill coffee on your shirt before a meeting. Instead of yelling, you say, "It is what it is, clean it, move on." Or partner forgets something important. Instead of punishing them with silence, you say, "This hurt, but it is what it is." You then decide how to proceed with love, not vengeance. Your child chooses a different path than you hoped. You worry, you fear, but eventually you say, "It is what it is," and support them with acceptance, not control. This simple phrase becomes a reset button. It doesn't erase pain, but it prevents suffering from turning into self-destruction. More than that, it becomes a pathway to wisdom. Because when you stop clinging, you start seeing what's real, what matters, what you can actually change. You can't undo betrayal, but you can choose who gets your trust moving forward. You can't change your past, but you can write your future with a clear pen. You can't force others to love you right, but you can love yourself with fierce clarity. And every time you whisper, "It is what it is," you're choosing peace over punishment. Now, let's address a common question. Doesn't this mindset make people passive? Not at all. Acceptance isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing the right thing at the right time, with the right energy. You accept that you were lied to, but you still walk away. You accept that your business failed, but you start again smarter. You accept that someone you love has changed, but you choose to grow with or without them. That's not weakness, that's strength. Acceptance is the bridge between chaos and clarity, between heartbreak and healing, between resistance and resilience. When you say, "It is what it is," you're not giving up, you're standing up for truth, for peace, for possibility. Let me leave you with this reflection. The most peaceful people in the world aren't the ones with perfect lives. They're the ones who have accepted imperfect ones and made peace with what they can't change. They smile, not because everything is perfect, but because they've stopped demanding that it be. If this video helped shift your perspective, share it. Someone out there is struggling with something they can't change, and they need to hear that acceptance isn't defeat, it's liberation. Comment below, what's something in your life that you finally accepted? How did that change you? Don't forget to subscribe Support this channel by becoming a member and continue joining us as we explore the truths that free us. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one.